I want to remind you that, yeah, it's been a weekend for us to have our fun and gloat a little bit on this victory. All around this great country of ours, voices have cried out in relief because of an evil jurisprudential precedent has at long last been torn down. Roe versus Wade is no longer the law of the land, as Joe Biden wants to call it. The issue of abortion has been returned to the states rather than the federal government by the estimable members of the Supreme Court. You would think people would be happy that the federal government's taking their hands off of you, but they're not. Our nation has stepped 1 foot closer to the redemption from the wrong it so sincerely needs to seek, and I hope we continue down this path. If you wanted to write a book called All the Ways to Piss Off Liberals, page number 1 was accomplished on June 24th, just this past Friday. Yes, in the year of our Lord, 2022. And I don't think that I haven't had moments of enjoyment at the expense of these that are protesting out there over these last few days. I suspect we all have. I don't want to be mean about it, but maybe a little. While we may carry the celebration in our hearts for the rest of our lives, we're far from done with everything we need to do on the abortion issue. Now, in fact, we're really just getting started, folks, because changing laws is only the beginning. We have to change hearts and minds, too. And you've heard me say this over and over again. So I'm going to break into the middle of this little monologue and tell you about 2 little girls for a minute. Their names are Keeley and Kambry Ewoldt. They're a couple of 3-year-old identical twins. They're happy. They're beautiful. And you guessed it, they almost didn't make it into this world. Their original delivery date was supposed to be March 29th, 2019. As it turned out, they were delivered on November 24th, 2018. And if your math is as bad as mine, let me help. That's 125 days early. They were premature, folks. Now, you and I have the benefit of being way downstream on this particular timeline. I can tell you that these 2 girls are alive, although they suffer from a number of health problems that stem from their premature birth. They're enjoying their lives, folks. According to their mother, Keeley is a clumsy, messy eater and a sassy, sweet little girl who loves babies and dressing up and is in charge just like a teen girl. She describes Kambry as a ham who can't find a way to make you, who's going to find a way to make you smile no matter what the situation. A tomboy at heart. She's the complete opposite of her sister. She's an organized and clean eater. These girls almost certainly never lead a normal, in the sense that we think of the words, normal life. They both have lung conditions that require them to use inhalers, sometimes oxygen. There's a number of things the premature birth did that can't be reversed. And let's not forget, under the decision that was the law of the land until just a few days ago, these babies could have been aborted once it was determined that they weren't going to be delivered near the previously established viability date for children. And, oh yeah, did I mention that they now hold the Guinness World Record for most premature twins to be born? They were the most premature. Here's the thing. If a person can't look at this situation, look at these little girls, and see the beauty wrought by a wrong decision not being made at a critical moment, then that person is a part of the ongoing problem. For 50 years, this country has been fed a bill of lies about what constitutes life and about how precious life actually is. We've been told that bodily autonomy supersedes that enriching quality that new life lends to the skin of the world, that true happiness lies in the soma pill of a nihilistic worldview that smooths the dirt over a tiny grave and replaces sorrow with cheap indifference. We've watched the deeper values that transcend our simplistic nature turn into plastic in a modern world, then dry out, crack, and eventually break in the heat of a so-called endless summer of love. So make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, we are broken as a society over this. It remains to be seen whether we can ever be unbroken. This is far too big a topic to just rant about in a single monologue or even a single show. As time progresses, I want to share more of my thoughts on this, and I'm going to do it. You know me well enough. But I'll close out this little rant with a thought. Those of you who believe, as I do, that a victory has been won for life, keep celebrating. Keep celebrating. We've earned a little joy in this matter. But then strap up and get yourself ready, because what follows is a long slog towards the promised land of better decisions and better thinking in this country. And if you think Kambry and Keeley, think about Kambry and Keeley today. Say a little prayer for them. Their life isn't easy, but I can tell you without any doubt that their mama would happily step in front of a train for them, because like you and me, they are God's creatures. I love it how people push back, folks, when they see those images.